the city. He's been recording probably your favorite rapper. I mean, he's been recording. When I say your favorite rapper, I'm talking locally and internationally too, you feel me? Because it's not only on some local shit, MakeWay making moves like that, you dig? We got the homie Budz in the building, my man. What's up? How you doing,
What's good? We're out here all the time, man. I got Chris by my side, CB43. Man,
Okay.
we're always rolling with the nice team out here, and dude, we got a lot of stuff for 2020, man. I can't even begin. Right now, what's gonna be going on? We're actually opening up a whole new studio. We just moved on Park Avenue, and yo, this place is huge. People are looking at me with this old building. I mean, like, yo, how you leaving that spot? It's like where we built.
No, wait up, Buzz. Wait up, Buzz. You're going too fast right now, man. Some people are like, "Oh, what's happening? What's happening, man? Buzz moving. What? They don't understand what's happening."
Well, they might have got the newsletter.
For those who don't know, you feel me? MakeWay. You know what I mean? Explain them a little bit. What was your first location and all that? Give them a brief.
Oh yeah, for sure,
You know what I mean?
man.
Summary of everything.
I started in my mom's basement, you know, microphone a couple feet away from my bed. Started off just a couple friends recording music in this, and eventually it came to 10 friends, then 20 friends, and then this can't go on in at home no more because it's just too much. So that was what really started my grind to get out the house, start renting out spots, buying spots, and really getting into the business side of things. Now at least what I'm trying to bring is just a whole new level of nice. You know, I was in that last spot for 5 years. It was his own building. You know, there's no neighbors or anything. It wasn't attached. This next one's the same concept, but the only thing is it used to be a bank. Concrete walls, concrete floors, the finishing of a bank. We actually have.
So I mean, the soundproof.
It's
like
beautiful
crazy.
and it's just solid. It's a really good, solid ground, and I'm so happy to be working here. I'm actually going in to this building with Honor Roll Records, and we're going to be sharing the space. So we're going to be having the label upstairs and the studio spaces downstairs for the creative spots, where we'll have producers, 3 booths with like professional recording and everything, professional spots. I actually handled the acoustics myself. I was dealing with all the designs, all the workers there, and it's just beautiful. And I'm so happy of the come out that we're coming to right now. It's everything I wanted all in one spot. And just now, I did it once, so I was able to recreate it just a little bit cleaner.
The new location, where is it exactly, just to let the people know?
So 9095 Avenue du Parc. It's close to the Masonic Studios, where a lot of people have their jam spaces right off the highway. And yeah, it's just a really great improvement, and I really can't wait to show the city what I've been coming up with for this year.
For all y'all living on the east side, I was hitting me up to get on MakeWay, and y'all like, damn, it's all the way on the west side. Well, my man is now. It's closer to y'all, man. Make sure you book your session. He's right there, MakeWay. So for 2020, what does MakeWay have for the city right now, man? What are you cooking, man? You know what I mean? I know you got a brand new studio. Do you have a brand new avenue or something that you're trying to bring? You know
For sure. So, you know, I've been doing it in Montreal for a very long time, and I recently had the opportunity to go to a native reserve and teach a music class.
Dope.
I'm going to be there for 3 weeks teaching high school students that there are careers in music, that you don't have to be necessarily that person in a suit, or you don't have to necessarily be working that government job, which is very popular in reserves and stuff like that, that they just work these government jobs, they do the same thing, or they're just following what culture is, you know? And, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of kids who don't want to follow that path. And being an artist or being a photographer or something in the art industry is just not realistic to them, or they've never seen success in it. And today, it's so easy to do it on your own, even with the bare minimums. I think I could reach out to these kids and show them that it is possible, and that there could be a really bright future in the music industry for them.
I want to give a shout out to my man Budz too. You know what I mean? You're talking about I ain't gonna say reserves, but you made me think about my man Lil Def, all the way to Nunavut. You feel me? Who came all the way to Montreal. And when I did the interview with my man, he told me, yeah, Budz, hit me up. You know, went to the studio. Shout out to MakeWay. They really helped me to launch my career and all that. And my man is doing his thing now, like his thing, you know what I mean? Shout out Lil Def.
100%. He definitely deserves the ups, this kid. When we brought him in, gray jumpsuit, nothing, you know, came barely an Instagram, anything going on for him now. He's at one
Man's
point.
at like 1,000 followers. Now you got like.
So he's at over 20K,
Yeah,
1.1 million on his
that's
streams. He has a feature coming out. I wish I could say, but with some really good names. If you look at his page, he already has Playboy Cardi. He has on Lex Luger video. He's on all like the top guys. He just did it right.
Now,
and it's amazing to see what he's done with it. And now I'm
if
going
you
to be a
think
little
about-
close to
look,
him.
look,
He's
if-
still higher than me from where I'm going.
If you think about Lil Def, who started from nothing, this man started from scratch, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're looking at artists from the city that's been grinding and it's still not working. Why?
It's the placement of budget is a huge thing, and that's why what I've been doing with development plans and these branding things is just to show people that there's an order to operation. You see stars doing things, you want to do them, but don't realize the steps it takes to get there. You know, a lot of people, they come up to me right away, yo, I want to open up for this artist, I want to go on this radio station. And I'm like, bro, just think about it for a second. You're going to go up on that stage, you're going to be in front of 3,000 people, or you're going to be on that radio station and 10,000 people, 20,000, whoever knows how we're going to be listening to that. Mm-hmm. They're going to hear you, they're going to talk, whatever. Where are they going to land on? How are you going to receive all these people to keep them? Mm-hmm. Or you just want to do it for hype and have a little experience and then it's going to die out. No one's going to hear about it the next 2 days because, you know how a feed is. I could swipe my thumb up and you're gone in a second. So
Thanks.
What are you going to do to keep me on your page a little bit longer? Or how am I even going to find your page in the first place? Mm-hmm. So what I tell people is just focus on your branding before you start going public with your name. So this way, every move you make increases your chance of actually keeping people with you and actually landing on something.
So if you can give them 3 tips, quick tips, just for them to listen and to learn how to focus on their branding and improve their branding. Give them 3 tips right now.
Constant activity on social media.
I don't mean
having a
explain.
website.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say.
And then to do those 2, to do the first 2, the third one is you have to be active. You have to be releasing music. You have to be producing content. And that's what the biggest thing is these days. Even if you're not making music, you don't have anything going, as long as you're still producing content, it keeps you alive, it keeps your brand going, it shows the community that you're still trying to do things within the city and stuff like that. Like even me, when I do radio interviews, I show it. I'm never sleeping and it always keeps above, it always keeps the people listening. And it's only when I stop doing things like that, I stop moving, I want to hide back in my studios when, it's going to go down. But right now, the thing that keeps me moving is being an artist. And I feel like that's also what helps me connect with other artists so well, is that I just understand what it's like to go through all that bullshit when you're doing, you have to find these crappy video guys, or you have to spend money on things, and then when you get the product back, you don't enjoy it. I've been through all that. So that's why I've really set out to get the best team and to get the best people and putting them forward, so you don't have to make these same mistakes. If you want to talk about something that's hard, something that I really have to face is the whole line between being nice, helping out, and then being walked over and stepped on. And people don't seem to understand where this line could cross and what you're really putting on the table to how many people are asking me to put things on the table. I mean, like, to a single artist, they only see one table. I see 1,000 tables.
Thanks.
And each person is asking for something, not always, but in turns, and sometimes, it dead relationships because they just don't understand that. And you know how it is. You've seen enough artists come and go.
Yeah, that's part
Start
of the game.
and stop.
That's true.
Try to have a comeback. It's just, it's a hard game, man. And we're all just trying to play it, but there's no real recipe is really what I could say.
So
there's just smart things to do.
So what keeps you going, man? What's your source of motivation?
Well, definitely the artists around me. Like that, I still have some of the people that were recording with me in the basement still with me now, and just see the improvement. See how music just improves generally. From how when I started there wasn't auto-tune. Just like the technology improved, and I was like really like the first 2 years or something I was rapping, like auto-tune came out, and like everyone wanted to use it, and like as an artist if I wanted to compete, if I had to learn how to do auto-tune, and then as an engineer at the same time I was like, shit, I gotta learn how to do this for people or else I'm gonna lose people.
Exactly.
So it was this whole challenge and stuff, and obviously I overcame it, found out the best way to do it, and talked to a lot of people in it.
My man is an engineer. You hold on a studio. You're an artist at the same time. you ain't scared to jump into the DMS battle motherfucking ring. You dig?
Make way.
You know what I mean? You're showing your versatility. You're showing you're an artist. And this is something that I really, really like to see in someone. You feel me? Now, talking about the battle rap thing, my man just dropped. I mean, you've seen the highlight reel. If you ain't seen it, make sure you check it out on the main source DMS Battle Ring page. What's your approach for 2020? What are you looking to do for 2020? You gotta talk to these motherfuckers because they out there looking and shit, man. They're like, yo, Budz is light, man. Budz is light, man. Budz is light. Budz ain't shit. I'm bodying Budz, Feezy. Feezy, bring me Budz. 3-0 body bag.
Hey, man, for anyone trying to say that, I mean, my number's all over online. If you want to call me up, I'm here.
Talk.
You know, you really want to talk that behind my, you know where my number's at. I don't hide from nobody. My address is out there. You know where to find me. Book a session if you really need to find me.
No, my man,
but for any of these guys, at the end of the day, yo,
what you gotta say, man?
Really, at this point, I'll take anyone who's trying to take it, you know. But I'm not trying to go against another one of these people who's gonna bring a crowd that's not gonna understand my language.
But it's not about the crowd, because at the end of the day, when the battle's
like
online, people know. People listen to the battle after.
I know, but I really want to get into a better sense, you know, because I could even say something with that Word Up battle there that happened, DMS Word Up. I was a surprise battle. So I wasn't on the card. None of my people were there, nothing like that. I'm not saying that has anything to do with nothing, but it's just funny how when I hear people complaining, why was all the Word Up there? I'm like, well, you had Trevi on the card, no? Who else was on the card that should have brought people?
No,
a lot of good names of people that should have been bringing people to DMS crowd. And it's funny that the battle right before that I had, that place was filled with DMS. And then these guys are complaining. I mean, you're traveling different places, you're going around doing all these things, but at the end of the day, back home, nobody's even there for you. You ain't got no support, because I know half the people behind Machete Trevi were there for me. Those are my people, well, you know, and I don't like hearing shit like that, because I've seen it, and you know, honestly, like, it's irked me that he's gonna complain that DMS fans aren't there, but yet you're the headliner, bro. That should be your people.
But you have to understand one thing too. At the end of the day, is like, and this is the thing that I noticed. This is Quebec City. You feel me? In Quebec, it's French and English.
But it has nothing to do with French and English. Where's your people?
I'm gonna let you know exactly, because look, it has everything to do with French and English. Because Word Up versus DMS. For some people, it's French against English. They don't necessarily understand the concept.
My name on the card would have had at least
again
a whole bunch of other people.
I'm talking
there.
about some people that don't necessarily know you. You feel me?
Yeah, but it comes.
Let me explain. Some people that just don't necessarily know you, but that follow the DMS movement. They know everything we do is in English. You feel me? Most of everything we do is in English. So if they see a card that we do with Word Up, a lot of people hit me up like, "That's the French league, okay, bro? I don't even speak French."
Yeah.
Like,
not understanding
my bad, bro. Like, I might not be able to come for this one. It's all good. I ain't tripping, because we trying to. At the end of the day, what we trying to do is blend in the two leagues and I mean, make the city happy.
Yo, and
blend in both worlds.
So Philly ground for a minute.
If you go on the regular DMS event, Trevi's people, everybody's there, bro. Like, he's always bringing a whole lot of people. They're there. Now, maybe they wasn't that interested in that specific event, but it is what it is. You feel me? It's not necessarily because he's main card. You feel me?
Yeah, but I'm tired of why is the main card complaining to the other artists?
Yeah, but the main
saying that they're not bringing people.
Trevi has the right to talk, because every single event he's battling on, he brings a whole lot of people every time. And I'm the one telling you that. I'm the man doing the events. I can tell you that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if for a single event he didn't bring as much people, and he's complaining that others ain't doing shit or not bringing as much people, he has the right to, because he's normally bringing a lot of people. It is what it is. You feel me?
I don't know. I feel like if you have it back home, you have it back home. And me, I take offense to that when I read things like that, and people are trying to, you know, put hurt on the city, on the people that is supposed to be Team DMS, and putting them down.
But you see,
you're the headliner.
I wouldn't say you're putting them down, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's Team DMS. You feel me? Everybody was together. We was trying to just make a dope event. But you shouldn't be concerned, because you bring a lot of people too. You got your supporters, 100%. You got your people too. So you shouldn't be concerned in that. You should even acknowledge what he's saying and be like, yeah, you motherfuckers got to bring more people for real, because everybody else, they ain't necessarily bringing that much people. You feel me?
Yeah.
I know who's bringing who. You know what I mean? Shout out to who's doing what. But at the end of the day, they have to wake up and understand that they are a brand. Everybody is a brand. You gotta, if you want to go to the next level, you gotta make sure you generate a crowd. You make sure you work on your fan base. You bring people. It's a must.
At the end of the day, it
is what it is.
If I'm saying it for any reason, it's to up the people. You know, anytime I'm putting pressure on anybody, It's to make them improve. And if I'm really hating on that, bro, you saw what happened with Napalm, how much he improved because of all the pressure I put on him. If I could put pressure on more of these battle rappers to do some fucking right for your brand so that you don't have to be the only person releasing their music, if they could do something on their own, maybe this is what it's going to take for that little switch.
So what do you think? What do you think it will take? Because now you're saying maybe that. What's that?
I want every rapper on Team DMS to not just be Team Feezy, because you know you're the only one running everything. Be Team DMS. Run for yourself. Run for the other people. Put in that work. I had to make my own highlight reel. Like what's that? Like I do all these things because I need to produce content. I'm trying to put you on because I know at the end of the day it's not even a thing if I send you something. If I send you something, you're happy that there's more content, there's more things coming out. I'm putting something on the table, and I just feel like a lot of these artists, man, you got to be putting more than just bars. Don't create an Instagram account because Feezy told you to, because he can't tag you in the post that he's trying to put you on, and then on top of that, you're still not even going to be active with it.
Facts.
It's like the man's trying so much, and like nobody's really doing anything, and like me, I'm just in the background just trying to push people to understand that you got to be doing things. And I don't know why a lot of people ain't waking up with that, but
well, you know, it's 2020.
Something's definitely got to change. So for
it's
this
a brand new
man,
decade right now. My man Budz
eyes,
is giving you words of wisdom right now. You feel me? I'm gonna make sure to repost that to make sure all y'all listen to that because that's true.
Never gonna deny talent where it's due. You know,
definitely.
It's just there's a lot of other aspects to this game. If it was just talent, a lot of more people would be famous right now. That's big facts. Because I know you know some ill artists in Montreal that don't deserve where they're at right now.
For sure.
And it just sucks, and it just goes to show, it's not just talent. There's a lot more that comes into this game to be successful, and especially if there's people putting you on, pay attention to them and give it back.
I'm telling you, that's the least you could do. My man Budz, let them know how can they follow you, and again, the new location of the MakeWay Studio and all that good ish, man. Let them know.
You know what it is. Anu Budz. Find me on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere where it is. And if you want to find anything about the studio, MakeWayStudios.com. We have everything for audio, engineering, recording, mixing, mastering, branding. If you're looking for photography, graphic design, and then putting it all onto your website so that you could display your art. And a new thing that I'm doing right now actually is merchandise, drop shipping, print on demand. So you don't have to buy that 100 t-shirts and hope that somebody buys it from you in the next year, 5 or 10, and then figure out how to ship it to them properly. Now there's print on demand where they buy one, the company will ship and print it for you and do all the business for you. You get paid. That's it.
Little commission, I got you.
You know, and this is the best thing that I've been seeing right now for artist merchandise. So if anyone's interested in that, definitely hit me up on that as well.
My man working, man. My man
And
working.
yo, you know what it is, man? Anu Budz. Fucking catch all my battles. Feezy been putting it on.
Yes.
DMS been putting it on for time. And you're gonna see a lot of new ones for 2020, man.